Holywiremod here, and this is Auto Gunshop Gold with updates to Auto Gunshop Silver. There's a lot of updates. Let's get started by unfreezing this front door, and I'll get into that a little bit later. As you can see, the roof is elevated here, and that's to fix the problem from Auto Gunshop Silver in which guns spawned onto the roof. So there's no more issue. Right here we have a fading door, which is activated by numpad 0, and comes when you spawn the gun shop, so you don't have to add it yourself. You press this button to begin the gun shop, and you'll have hints right here pasted into your chat box, and it'll say unfreeze the front door, which I already did, and numpad 0 opens the fading door, which we already know, and press the use key to select buttons. This refers to the screen right here, which is now a touch screen. So press and use key to edit the price in this instance, and you can type /cmd, which is /command, and it'll give you a bunch of chat commands which you have. And I'll be going into these as I go into the features of the gun shop. So right here we have gun shop statistics. This gives you the guns sold, the money made, your average earnings, and the percent probability of sale in 10 minutes. And what that is saying that from the instance of you reading the percent to the next 10 minutes is the likelihood that you will actually sell a gun based on your past performance of how many guns you sold within a given time period of your first gun being sold to the moment which you read the percentage. So it's really confusing, but pretty much just read it as if your percent probability of sale is higher in one area than it is in another, then odds are you should probably be selling in the area where you have a higher percent probability of sale. And you can actually compare different areas, so it helps you out in the long run. It's good. So here we have a chat command called /profit, which actually calculates the profit you'll make off a given shipment if you sell it at a certain price. So let's set the shipment to a cost of $10,000, and I'm going to sell the gun for $1,200 each, and the gun count is 12. There's 10 guns in the given shipment, so and that's just default. So what it calculated was the total earned, which was $1,200, the profit, and a percent profit, which is 2,000, and it tells you how many guns you have to sell in order to earn profit, which is 9 in this instance. So it's useful if you don't feel like doing the calculations. Below this we have a very huge update to the music player, in which you can still scroll left and right to get through the songs, which songs include from Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike, and Portal. And you can actually take a shortcut and type /list, and it'll give you a list of all 75 songs. To select one of the songs, you type /set, and the number, which is assigned next to the song that you want. So I'll say Half-Life 2 song 20 submix 0. So I'll type set 33, and there it is. And I press play to start it. I can edit the volume right here. And actually, speaking of editing volume, I should edit the music volume so it's not too low. Not too loud. There we go. Don't want it to overpower my voice. So I'll set it to 50 for now. I can edit the pitch, as so. I can also edit with chat commands. So I type /v to edit the volume, and I'll set it to 50. And pitch /p, I'll set that to 100, which is the default volume. Now sometimes the songs don't display the proper length of the song. As you see, when I stopped it and pressed play a second time, it actually went to a value of 103 as a duration instead of 127. This second value is the actual correct duration. I'm not sure how to fix this. I think it's some internal issue. But anyway, moving on to the credit system. If you don't remember what the credit system is when a customer overpays, that overpayment will be transferred to store credits, which anybody can use to buy a gun. So, for example, if they pay $800 for a gun which costs $400, there's $400 left over, and that $400 will be transferred to store credit, which will deduct the price by 400 credits. If it deducts the price below a value of 0, it'll actually set that price, or value of 2 rather, it'll set that price to 2, which is the minimum fee which the customer has to pay in order to use the stored credits. So pretty much we can turn this on and off by simply pressing this button. Off is obviously indicated by a red button and a faded credit system display. But I like to keep it on because it gives you a lot of money. Anyway, moving on, here's how you change the price as indicated in the previous example of how to use the use key. on the screen. We can actually edit the price by changing the change rate to govern how much change I want while editing the price. So now it's going to change by increments of 50 instead of increments of 10, and to change back to 10, just bring it back to 10. Now it's changing to 10. The price lock can actually prohibit anybody who actually happens to come into your shop from changing any of the prices. So I type /PL, it'll activate the price lock. This will turn green, indicating that it's on, and now I can't change any values. Or can I actually add or remove any guns? So let's turn the price lock off, as I want to show you how to add a gun. So how I add a gun is to press the plus button right here, right next to the gun slot. And if I want to change which gun I want to edit, I simply just press another one, as I've been doing. But I want to edit the MP5, and I want to change that to a Deagle, and I want to set the price to 500. So what I do is I follow the instructions in chat right here. I type the gun name, Deagle, comma, 500, which is going to be my price. And as you can see, it changed. Now, you can also alternatively do this if you're outside the shop via chat command. I'll type /command so you can see. There's a command called /G, which is /gun, and it'll edit whatever gun in here. It'll edit the name and the price, wherever you may be on the map. So you type /G, the number from 1 to 6, which is going to indicate which slot number you want. Slot number 1 is the shotgun slot, number 2 is the MAC-10s, Deagle is number 3, AK is 4, and so on, all the way to sniper rifle, which is 6. So I want to edit the Deagle again, turn it back to MP5, so I'm going to select slot number 3. I'm going to set the name of the gun to MP5, and the price I'm going to set back to 250. And via that chat command, it edited slot 3 to MP5 of price 250. I can toggle which guns I want to keep active and able to sell to the customer by saying /toggle, and this will help me disable any guns. I can disable multiple guns at once by typing /4 for slot 4, 5 for 5, and 6 for slot 6. And as you can see, these slots are now off. I can turn them on similarly by saying the command again, and now they're on. And this is just in case you only want to sell 1 or 2 guns and you don't need all those slots. It'll actually prevent the customer from purchasing from any of those slots as well. And all this stuff to the right I'm going to get into a little bit later, but first let's stock up the gun shop and perform a few sales so all these values have a chance to update. Now, let's start with the sniper rifle. And you'll notice that everything right here is color-coded. The values right here is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And the users and rangers up here is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So, purple is sniper rifle. I'm going to put the sniper rifle in the purple slot. And same with the M4 right here. And the AK-47. And the top shelf is a little tricky to get the guns onto if you don't know how to do it. So here's how you do it. Spawn your gun, crouch, right click, stand up, and drop your box. Now it's a good thing that this happened, because this is the reason why I made the screen right here on an angle, so you can actually flip your box as well. To get to 90 degrees, and there you go. So tip number 2. Crouch, stand, and insert, just like that. And I'm going to skip the MAC-10, which is the orange slot, as you can see. And I'm going to go to MP5 because I want to keep one gun out of stock. So I can show you what that looks like on the customer screen. So this is really an art which takes skill. Oh no, it's shooting out. That never happens. Alright. This looks like it's going to be the winner. Alright. Now let's go check things out from the customer perspective. This is what the screen looks like. We have step 1, which is select the gun below. As you notice, MAC-10 is red, which indicates that the gun is out of stock. If it's green, that means the gun is selected, and I'm using the use key to select the gun. So I'll select the shotgun. It requires $200, so I need to put $200 in this area right here. And say I want some privacy or I want some protection from bullets. I'll press the toggle button, it'll close this door and give me some temporary protection for 30 seconds. Or until I press the toggle button. So let's insert $200. Now the confirm button lights up. I press confirm, shoots out the money, shoots out a shotgun, and everybody's happy. If I want to leave early, I press the toggle button to open the door, and I'm off on my way. And then back here, here's the $200, and the money pot is now empty again. And yes, the system now uses a money pot instead of the money detector because it's a lot more reliable and just much less headache, and there's a lot of less scam involved and whatnot. So here's an example of how the credit system works. So let me buy a shotgun again, except I'm going to put in $400 instead of $200. So $200 over the limit right here, confirm. And as you notice, it decreases all the prices by $200, but 200 minus 200, which is the original price of the shotgun, is equal to 0. Since that is below 2, it sets the minimum value to 2, as I said earlier, and that's the minimum value someone must pay in order to get any access to your credits. So also I want you to take notice that upon selling the gun that I just did, it tells how much I sold the gun for to the owner, as well as how many credits are now in the store as a result of the sale. So as you can see right here, the gun shop credits were originally 0 upon the first sale because I entered the exact amount, but on the second time now they're 200 because I paid 200 over. Now let's say I want to pay the exact amount of $2 to purchase another shotgun and use those stored credits. So I'll say drop money 2, which is the minimum amount you're allowed to drop, and this little clip. Now I've entered the required amount, have the gun selected, press confirm, and now I have 2 stored credits, and that reduces all the prices by 2. And this can happen, I mean, you get the general idea what's going on. If I add a ridiculous amount like 600 and then I buy a shotgun, now I'm going to have a lot of credits. 402, which is above all the prices, so all these are going to be set to 2, and you get the general gist of things. Oh, also, to show you how toggle works, type /toggle, and I want to disable guns number 1, 2, and 4. So 1, 2, 4, and now these are disabled. I can no longer select those at all. So as you see, it prohibits any sale if you only want to sell a few at a time. And here's the money. Money pot's empty. Everything's working well. And actually, one last note before saying goodbye is that this hydraulic controller tells you if the door outside is opened or closed, which is useful to see if someone's buying or something if you don't want to make edits while someone's purchasing. So this will actually be a longer length. Believe greater than 50. Let me go check. 18 obviously means that it's open, so let's press toggle. And now it's 65, indicating that it's closed. If somebody does this and you want to get through, just right click on the door with your gravity gun. You can simply walk through, press toggle and open the door. Everything should be fine. Aside from all that, that concludes everything about... Oh no, one more thing. Here's what the stats look like when you actually sell guns. Let me go buy like a sniper rifle or something to show you what the bar graph looks in comparison when you sell multiple guns. So let's put down 200. Alright, and I'll also buy MP4, or MP4, M4, what am I saying? Go home with drunk Coley. Alright, and this is what the bar graph looks like when you actually buy a few guns. It tells you how many guns you've sold, how many shipments you've bought to sell the guns. It's just a bunch of information in case you want it. And here's what the probability of me selling a gun looks like. Of course it's low because I've been talking so much. But anyway, that concludes everything there is about this gun shop. I really hope you enjoy it. If you have any more ideas or things for updates, I will be making Auto Gunshop Platinum. So I'll see you then.